Okay, perfect. So the first thing I'd like to do is just kind of give you a quick rundown of your home page, just to kind
Uh-huh.
of tell you like what we refer to everything as. So starting in the upper left-hand corner, it's just your logo. Then next to that, you have your navigation menu, and you'll notice some of these have little arrows next to them. When you click on them, you get this little pop-out menu. Whereas
Uh,
some of them, like if you just click directly on home, it'll always just bring you back to the home page. And I'll
mhm.
show you how to add menu items and things like that. Scroll down a little
By the
bit.
way, I have a quick question, side questions. The
Yep.
logo, can you guys send me the original like Adobe file to me?
Did we create this one for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can talk to him. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just have to get in touch with
I want
the.
to use that to create my business card, and they look for my original Adobe file. So
Okay, I'll make sure that gets over to you. Let me make a quick note of that so I can be sure to not forget about it.
yeah.
Okay, original Adobe file. Okay, great. So, yep, I'll make sure that gets over to you. So a little bit further down the page is going to be your slider, which is
Mhm.
this here. It's basically a background image. It has some text over it, and you can cycle back and forth through them like this.
Question:
I'll show you how to
Is
edit.
there a way to change the text?
What was that?
Is there a way to change the text?
Yeah, that'll be done through. It's either one of two plugins that this website is using to handle this, and I'll show you how to do all that. It's pretty much going to be like I'm sure you're familiar with Microsoft Word. It's going to be pretty much like using Microsoft Word to change that, plus some drag and
Oh,
drop
okay.
capabilities. It's very simple stuff to use.
Okay, cool.
And then when we scroll down the page a bit more, you've got this area here, the your email. Then you have three different kind of menus this takes you to. Newsletter will sign up through MailChimp, which I'll show you, or I'll give you all the login information for. Then using MailChimp is very simple. Schedule an appointment brings you kind of to another menu area. Then download white paper brings you to another form to fill out. Then you hit submit, and that kind of does all the stuff automatically. So now to log into your website to kind of go through and start making changes, what you want to do is just visit the website, investmentscientist.com. Then after that, you'll type /WP-admin. That stands for
Oh,
WordPress-admin.
I mean, okay.
Then we'll go ahead and hit enter. And the link I provide you to your website will actually just take you directly to this page. So you can always refer back to the email if you need to. And then in here, you'll type your username, which I'll be able to send you just after we hop off the call.
Okay. The password, what is it?
I'll be able to send it to you in an email after the
Oh,
call. And that way, yeah, you'll always have it for your records then. And then you can change it in the future if you need to. But right when you log in, it'll bring you to an area of your website called the dashboard. The dashboard is kind of like a landing page for the whole website. You won't actually need it for anything, though. It's just kind of a whole cluster of data, and you don't really want much of it for anything. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean it up a little bit, dismiss that. Now, one thing you will maybe want to keep an eye on is the at a glance section here. It just very briefly lets you know about all of the stuff that's going on your website. You have 5 posts, which will refer to your blog posts. 19 pages, which will refer to all the pages on your website. But you know, you have 1 comment, which is just the default kind of WordPress
oh, by
comment.
the way, the 19 pages, does it include the blog post?
Which doesn't include the blog post?
Yes. The 19 pages should include a blog post as well, right?
It'll include the blog page, but not the actual posts themselves.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, eventually, you know, as you keep writing more and more blog posts, you might have 100 at some point. Those won't be counted into the pages.
Yeah, because I don't recall there is 19 pages though. Anyway,
well, you got home, you got services, and there's all these sub pages as well. Then you got a couple here.
5, 7, 10, 19.
A couple of them could not
Anyway,
be in use, and yeah.
It's not important. So let's go back.
Oh, okay. And I'll show you how to delete them if you do ever find a page that you don't need to use for anything. But okay, from the dashboard here, down the left-hand side, you'll have pretty much all the ways to manipulate WordPress. And there are quite a few options here, but in all actuality, you're going to be using 1, 2, probably 2 of them on a regular basis, and then a third one on a not so regular basis. So the first one we're going to go into is the post section, and this is going to this is going to be where you're going to edit your blog over here.
Mm-hmm.
Each of these is considered their own blog posts, and you'll see they're kind of structured in this way. Some of them have images, and some of them, like the one at the top here, does not. And then it's got the title. It lets you know who wrote it. And then it's got a little excerpt. And then when you click read more, it'll bring you into the actual blog post. And then you can review more of it from there. And it'll also give you the date and this cool little counter way over here. So here we are in the back end. Let's first go in and I'll show you how to edit stuff. We'll go into the January indicator first. Now to edit things, you're just going to hover over them, and you'll notice you get this little quick menu that pops out. Edit, quick edit, trash, and view, and you'll see that on all of them. We're just going to hit edit.
This part, I think I know how to do that because I use WordPress.com.
Oh, really? Okay, so if you've used that, this is pretty much everything in here. Yeah, there's nothing.
Right?
What was that?
Yes. It looked very familiar to me. It looked very familiar to WordPress.com. I don't see any difference at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be exactly the same thing. So you might already know how to use all of this stuff. So
yeah.
If ever I'm going into too much detail about anything, just let me know that, hey, I've already used this before.
Okay,
and,
cool.
I'll back off a little bit. But yeah, if you've used WordPress before, then you're probably pretty familiar with this. It kind of works exactly like Microsoft Word does, where you can highlight things and you have all the options up here on what you can do. Bold, italicize, strike through. You know, you can make your ordered list, and you can link things. To link something, you just highlight it, go up here and press your link button, and then from here you can kind of link that to wherever you want.
Yeah.
Do Google.com if we needed to.
I know. You can skip over that. This part I'm quite familiar with.
Okay. Are you familiar with adding images into blog posts?
Yeah, that I can do as well.
Okay, perfect. Then one thing that
the only question is that the thing that to determine how much content to show on how long is the snippets basically, how much introduction to show on the home page. I usually use this button. Use the button there right by the broken link.
Right by the broken link. Oh, this the little excerpt thing. In this one, it'll automatically generate the excerpt. It's probably like 300 characters or something, just to keep them all looking uniform.
Automatic?
Yeah, that'll be totally automatic.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit to make sure. Yep. Oh, you do actually have a little excerpt area here. So that might be where you need to add that. So yeah, a little bit further down the page, you'll have this little excerpt area, and it looks like you can do it all from there. As opposed to using
I can either use the default or I can put in my new excerpt, right?
Yeah, if you wanted this little bit in there instead, you can just simply copy and paste. One thing to keep in mind, I guess, and you're just going to want to copy this from another thing or another blog post, is this little bit right here, which is going to actually give you your read more link. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to create the blog post, and I'll show you how to do this on a separate one actually, just to kind of give you an idea of how to do it from fresh. So all posts, and I'm sure you're familiar with how to add new posts, just your little add new button here at the top. Title. And then in here I'll just kind of, I don't think I have anything to add, so we'll just type test. So we'll scroll down. Now from the excerpt here, we're going to want to make sure we have this linked to where we need it to link to. So we're going to hit publish. And this will actually publish the post. Then from here, we're going to go up to the top and hit view post. Or in this case, I'm going to open it in a new tab. And then I'm going to copy this, which will just be /title. And then I'm going to just paste that into here.
Okay.
And that way the excerpt will now link into it.
I see. So that have a way of, I can create my own, I see the excerpts and then have a link to that.
To the actual blog page, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So when we refresh this, It won't say anything, but it'll have this little link into title.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all there is to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
the social buttons. How do you get? Because the social button is not the one I like. I find the social button to be quite ugly. I wish I can get a social button where I can show how many people have clicked on it.
Okay, that'll be just a different kind of social button we'd have to add then. We'd have to find one you like. That could be, but they're all pretty simple to add. As far as click-through counters though, I don't know of any off the top of my head that just do that automatically.
When I go to other sites, there's just a lot of, even in my original WordPress.com site, they have this social widget where they actually show how many click, how many people share to LinkedIn, how many people share to Facebook, how many people share to Twitter, how many people share to Google+. I got all these data.
We'll just have to find one that does that then and implement it for you.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and take a picture of this just so we don't forget about it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. They're going to be pretty easy to implement anyway. It'll just be kind of adding a new plugin and doing that. So let me go back to all post. Now you're super familiar with posts already, but to delete, simple hover over and trash to get rid of that latest one. And okay. Now also in here, I don't know how familiar you are with categories. Have you used these much in your other sites?
Very familiar. I use them all the time.
Okay, perfect. So you know how to add new ones and stuff like that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's see then. Media, we don't need to worry about that. Forms, that's already set up and good to go.
When I want to add media is where when I add pictures, I use that, right?
You could do it through there. What I generally tell people to do is just do it through the Add Media button.
Yeah.
Just your little upload thing over here. You can do it from there just as easily, and it'll work out most of the time. Let's see, media, forms. All right, pages. Let's take the doctor's page, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're familiar with the post section, which means you're pretty much familiar with all of all of WordPress rather, because it doesn't get too crazy from here. But I mean, you know how to highlight, you know how to bold, you know how to change text sizes and stuff.
My question here is that every page has a sidebar. How do I edit the sidebar?
Okay. Let's go ahead and view this page on the website so we can see what the sidebar contains.
Yeah.
It's got this little bit over here. To edit this, all you would do is scroll down the page to your main sidebar area. In this case, it's got, I think it's just the picture at the very top. Oh, I'm sorry, it's your email address first, then the video lightbox, which is going to contain the picture as well as the, we can go ahead and edit that as well while we're at it. It's got the picture as well as a link to YouTube. That'll be generated elsewhere on the site. And I think if you ever need to add it to any other sidebar, you just copy it and paste it into your new one. And then you have the big lines of text below it, which if we change over to visual, we can see a little bit better. So if ever you need to change your links, you can do it like that. And then if you're ever going to add a new item to your sidebar, you just drag and drop it from over here. So if we want a new text item, let's say.
Okay, so it's on the main page, and can you go back and how do I navigate to the sidebar? Can you show me how to navigate? Once I go to the edit page, go back to edit page. How do I get to sidebar? There is a and.
Do you want to, like, if you're creating a new page?
No, that's okay. That's okay. You scroll down, and there's a place where it allows me to get to sidebar, right?
Yep.
Main sidebar,
here under page widgets. Yeah, just main sidebar there. And then to add new ones, you just drag and drop them over. And then to get rid of them, which I'm going to get rid of that archives one I just put there, as well as the text one that I just put there.
Okay.
You can edit all your current ones from here. That'll just be simply changing some code around. And then whenever you create a new page, I got to imagine this area is going to be blank. So you'll want to kind of copy info over from an already existing page, just to kind of keep everything looking uniform, and then change whatever you need to from there.
Okay.
I think main site, I actually think this might show up on every page that you choose, right sidebar page
because
for.
I asked Spacious to put the sidebar on all the pages.
Yeah, it'll be there. You'll have the option. I'm just wondering if you were to create a new page with the right sidebar page template type, if it would automatically have these three things in it.
Uh-huh.
Let's actually give that a go. We'll go up to the top and hit Add New. And we'll pick the right page sidebar. Go ahead and publish to update it. And scroll down a bit.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Looks like it's got some extra stuff in there. So we'd have to just copy and paste it from another page, basically.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, that's how all that stuff would get added. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this one page that I added. Trash it. Okay. And then, yeah, you know how to delete everything. You're familiar with how to edit pages and stuff like that. I don't think there's any, there's no real crazy functionality and everything. It's all pretty straightforward WordPress other than that sidebar.
About the form, because between the posts and pages there are these forms. The forms are for submitting information, is that right?
Yeah, they're already set up for, the forms are going to handle these three items on the homepage, which are kind of linked to other things as well, like the download white papers. I think that gives them a link to download the actual white papers, and it submits their information to you. The schedule an appointment does the same thing. It submits to info@investmentscientist.com.
Can you go to the forms? I want to take a look at how they are. Not how their functions. Just go back to pages. Go back to the second, and then go to form and see what do I see there. Go to form and go to forms. Email submissions, visual forms.
Yeah, what you'll see here is just kind of how we went through and set it up. I don't think that one's actually. Let's go back to forms. There'll be contact here. This will be what handles the contact on the homepage. And then actually this box is set up through another area. So whenever this box is filled out, it will send you an email letting you know that somebody filled this box out. And then it'll also send you their other information through a separate source. If we want to find out...
Can you repeat it again? I didn't quite get it.
When somebody, like, if I enter my email into this box here, Ahmed at Studio 98, and then I'd hit newsletter sign up, and then hit submit. In addition to just taking me to the next page, it will also send out an email letting you know that somebody has submitted it. It's something we can turn off. It kind of seems like an extra step to me, but it is configured in that way.
I like it that way because if people abandon, I structure it to be two-stage sign up.
Yeah.
So at the very least, I'm going to capture their email address.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, we'll keep it like that. We just need to set over the info, or we need to set that email address instead of being our projects at Studio 98 to be info@investmentscientist. So yeah, that's just one of the things we can do.
You want to set the email address to my email?
And so not info@investmentscientist?
Info@investment. No. Info@investmentscientist. Send to info@mzcap.com. mzcap.com.
info@mzcap.com.
Or my email, or my own email, like my mjuang@mzcap.com.
Okay. I think I got that one over in my email box here.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll go ahead and set that up for you as well. All these other pages though, they're pretty much already laid out properly.
Mm-hmm. Why I found that it's kind of slow. Why the set response is kind of slow? Why is that?
It seems to be okay to me, but if we want to speed it up, we can add a plugin to it that will kind of help do that. Yeah, it's kind of totally up to you. It will add what's called a caching plugin, which will kind of save part of the website, and it does speed it up quite a bit. And we can go ahead and activate that. Some people prefer to not use them for some reasons, but it should totally work out good for your website.
Mm-hmm. Is it? I don't know. You know what?
It seems to actually be okay to me. If you want to test it, there is a Google plugin or not a Google plugin. There's a Google service we can use, and we can do a little bit of testing with it after the call and see basically where it ranks, and then from there we can decide what we want to do. So
okay.
Let's see.
By the way, can you go back to the download white paper, because that was the design. It was not what I want.
This here isn't what you wanted?
Yes. Can you go back to the download white paper?
Yep, I'm in there right now. This area.
Yes.
Yeah.
The white paper. Yeah, actually, it's okay. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Because you're showing the. I was thinking about this. The white paper image was right by the checkbox. I was thinking about that, but this is okay as well, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, this is okay.
You mean out on the homepage over here?
No, just the download white paper page. I was thinking about the white paper, the image of the white paper is right by the checkbox.
Oh, okay.
Can you go back to the page?
So, yeah, might not let me. I might need to resubmit here.
Yes, resubmit. Yeah, it's kind of slow. Anyway, yes, like choose a white paper, right? Choose a white paper. There was white paper 1, 5 steps for financial success, or physician wealth management guide. I was thinking about the right by the checkbox. There were these image, the white paper image that you put on the sidebar.
Yeah, like these over here.
Yes, I was thinking about this right by the checkbox. But then it would make it very long. So.
Yeah, it would make it pretty big. I think the way you got it right now, it looks pretty good.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's as it is then.
Okay. Do we want to? Actually, no. We're good there. Okay. So from forms, we are going to go down to, let's see, pages you're familiar with. All of your pages they're laid out in the very pretty standard way of text and kind of content and things like that. Let's go down to appearance and then widgets. Main sidebar, that's fine. Footer 1 and 2, I think footer 3 had a bit of stuff. Nope. Slideshow is good. The Twitter feed is already configured, so I don't think we need to mess with that at all. Yeah, and that'll be part of some of your sidebars, basically. It's actually a really cool way yours is set up, where they can tweet directly at you.
Where do I add my Google Analytics?
We'll just need to add a plugin for that quickly, and then I'll show you exactly where to do that. Are you familiar with menu setups? Like, have you done much menu setting up before?
I have not. No.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of WordPress sites don't include this particular functionality. But let's say under services, if we had a new page that we made, and I think I deleted the one that I did make, but let's say we want organizational chart to show up under professionals, just as like a hypothetical. What I would do is out of the pages menu here on the side, I would just find the page I wanted to add, organizational chart, or whatever a new one would be, and then hit add to menu. Then I'd scroll down a little. Then by default, it's going to show up at the end of the list. Then from here, I can just drag and drop it to wherever I need it to be.
Okay.
And you'll notice some of these are indented as well.
Organization chart then.
What was that?
Then you have 2 organization chart then.
Yeah, we just didn't have an extra page to show you on. I think I deleted the one test page I made, So I don't have anything new to show you, but just hypothetically, yeah.
If you add another page, oh, I see. So you add another page, you can drag and drop into a page structure. Basically, you can determine where you want to put the page. Basically.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Like if I save this right now, you'll see it out on the home page. We'll go ahead and just visit the home page. We're going to refresh this. You'll see I've got this new thing. I've got organization chart showing up here now. If I wanted to make it show up under professionals, I would actually have to just indent it one. You'll see how a couple of these are indented.
Yeah.
From here, if I hit Save Menu, go back out and refresh.
Okay, got that.
Now when I hover over professionals, I get the organization chart as an item.
Oh, this is great.
So that's how you, yeah, that's how you handle all your drop-down menus and things like that. And then, click on it. And, yeah, the way we set up our menus are really, really helpful and super easy to use and all that. And then to delete things, that's very easy as well. You just press your little down arrow. And then hit remove, and that'll take it completely off. Hit save menu again. Now that is off the website once that updates. And then after that, let's check into theme options quickly here. See, all that's good. There normally isn't very much stuff in here to change. The logo, which is brand new, you probably won't need to update for a while, is going to be set through here just under branding logo, but we don't need to worry about that. CSS, that's all fine and already set up, so we're good there. Let me just check through a couple settings here, make sure everything is kind of set up in the way that it needs to be. That's good. A tagline for the website. You know when you Google a website, and I'll actually give you an example with Studio 98.
Hold on a second. The email address, I don't have the email address investment scientist, so you have to get the email address to MCCap.
Okay, that'll be, do you want to do info at MCCap?
Yeah, you can use that, yes. Okay. What is the email address for?
That's just going to be for the admin. In case you ever need to do a password recovery or something like that, it'll be sent to that. Other than that, nobody will be able to find it or anything like that. Okay, so the tagline of the website, you'll see this on the home page. When somebody hovers over up here, or actually, it'll just be kind of part of this upper area. It'll say investment scientist, and then it'll say something after, whatever the tagline might be. It'll also show up on Google, though. Like our website says Studio 98, then after that it says Custom Web Design and Development Services.
Sorry, no, that's the part. Where do I edit this? Where in the WordPress, where do I edit the meta information?
We're just going to need to add a quick plugin for that to make it easier. That way you can edit it per page. So we don't need a tagline at the moment?
The tagline. Oh, I can do it myself then.
Okay, that's just under settings in general. Let me just check a couple more settings here to make sure everything's good. Yep, that's off. That's what we need. Share buttons are good. Super cache is on. Let's check layer slider here.
Can you go back to tag? I want to add a tagline, by the way.
Okay, you want to add one now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know.
Wealth management.
Nope.
Wealth management for physicians. Management, there's an E there.
Yep.
Or for physicians and entrepreneurs.
Physicians and entrepreneurs.
For physicians and entrepreneurs.
Spelled physician and
You made it plural. Entrepreneurs.
Spelled that one wrong.
Yes, and then the physician also made it plural.
Okay. Well, manager for physician.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Yep, go ahead and save our changes from here. Now, the last thing to show you on the website will be the layer slider down here at the bottom. And this is going to handle your main slider here. I know you're curious about how to add and change the text here. That's all going to be done through Layer Slider. You're pretty much going to click on Layer Slider once. It'll bring you up to this page. We only have one slider, which is going to be the home page one. So we're going to click Edit. Then here, you'll be able to see which slide, which data in it. And you can kind of navigate through them with these buttons over here. So if we want to change, let's say, the text on this first one, we can select it, scroll down a bit, and here is all of your layers. This first layer is going to be this image here, which if we want to change the location of, we can actually just drag and drop to, let's say over here. Then the next layer down, you'll see this is called layer 1, then we have 2 and 3. So we'll click into layer 2 here. That's going to be Aspire. So if I wanted to change that to say Aspire Test, I could do that, and then I am also able to drag and drop that as well. And then layer 3 is probably going to be the rest of the text. Tell us about your dreams and aspirations, which I can also just drag and drop, or I can, get rid of entirely and change through there. Then whenever I make these changes, I just want to hit Save Changes over here, and that will save them to the website. In this case, I don't want to save any of that, so I'm just going to refresh the page to let that kind of reset itself. And then adding new sliders, you're just going to hit your Add New Slide button over here. And the first thing it's going to ask for is going to be a background image. So you're just going to click into this image box. Your media library is going to pop up. And I'll just use one of the already existing images you have. We'll take that one. Hit Insert. We have a background image now. Now we just need to add that background box. So we're going to select it. And it's that right there. And the way I did that is I just had image selected over here, and I just clicked in the center box, and that brought me directly to the media library. So there's the image. And then from here, I'm going to want to add a new layer, and then select text. So we could do Aspire, and that's going to show up over here. But as you can see, it's gray. So there is kind of a style we need to apply to that. And to find out what style that is, we're just going to go steal it from one of these other ones. It's going to be layer 2. And then here under style, we're just going to select, okay, the color is white, basically, is what it's saying. So we're going to go back to our slider. We're going to select style, and then we're going to pick a color for it. In this case, white. Ooh, yep, be white. And there we go. Let that load up. Let's save. Maybe we need to hit save for that to fully show. Oh, I think I just picked it on the wrong slider. That's why. We need to be in the layer 2, not layer 1. There we go. And there we go.
Yeah.
And we can kind of drag.
Where to go? I still don't know how to add this meta text with keywords, like the keywords of the page. I think with meta text, what other information we need? Hold on, just 1 second.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Let me take a look at my own original page. Like I want to see the keyword description. How do I put in the description of a page, and how do I put in the keywords of a page, and how do I put in the Google Analytics?
To do that, I will show you how to do all of that, actually. Let me go ahead and activate this plugin. This is going to be, if you want to add your own metadata to a particular page, what you're going to want to do is find...
Lost the image. Hold on.
Okay.
1 second, I lost the image, so...
All right.
I'm going back. Okay, I got it. I go back now. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do is we're just going to find the page that we want to add the metadata to. We'll take the About Us page, for instance. We'll go in and we'll hit Edit. Now from here, now that this plugin is enabled, we're just going to scroll down a little bit. We're going to scroll past the sidebar area, and then we're going to have the all-in-one SEO pack area. Then from here, it's going to generate its own kind of view. This is what Google will actually show on Google. If somebody Googles like investment scientist about us, it'll show this here. But if you want to change that, you can change the title to, test. You can change the description to test. Then in here is where you're going to put all your keywords for this. This is where you're going to edit all your metadata for each page. And every page on the website will have this. When we scroll down a little bit, you want to make sure, basically, that none of these 4 boxes are checked. This is just various ways of telling Google to not look at this page at all.
Okay.
And then, yep, those 2 items there, we don't need to worry about. Disable this page and post. We want to make sure that is not checked as well.
Oh.
Just these first 3 fields.
Hey, Ahmed, just 1 second. I have phone coming in. Just 1 second. Yes, yes,
fine.
Michael. Hello? Okay, I'll do for you. Which office? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. I'm actually in a conference calls right now. Can you just send me an email about like 2 times that work for him, and then I'll put 1 into my calendar. Okay. Do that then. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye. Yeah. Okay, man. I'm back.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So yeah, if you need to change any metadata, you just got to go to the page you want to change, all-in-one SEO pack at the bottom, and you can edit whatever you want to edit from there. Most of the time, WordPress will do a really good job of kind of providing you with an already good, like a bunch of good metadata anyway. But if you want to change it, you can do it from there. And then let me show you how to add Google Analytics as well. We're going to go back to the dashboard. And this should be activated. Maybe it's not yet. Okay. Well, to activate it, we're going to go into Settings and then GA Dashboard, which is just Google Analytics Dashboard.
Okay.
Then we're going to click Authorize Application. And then from here, it's going to ask you to enter an access code. If you don't have one yet, you're just going to click Get Access Code. And then it's going to ask you to log into whatever your account is.
Okay.
I'm not going to go ahead and do that, though. So
Okay.
let's refresh and make sure that's still good. And then from there, you'll log in, you'll authorize it. It'll give you an access code that you just copy and paste into here.
Okay.
And then hit save, and then everything should be good from there.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole website. Do you have any questions or anything you want to run over? Well, you got me on the phone.
Oh yeah, the MailChimp things. The MailChimp. How does that work?
MailChimp is going to be a separate. It's pretty much a newsletter site where people's email addresses will get saved there for you. And then MailChimp actually has their own tutorial they'll walk you through when you log in for the first time. And that does a really good job of explaining it all.
I have not signed up for MailChimp yet. I see the MailChimp for WordPress.
Yeah.
And part of the contract is that I will get a template that made my newsletter, the style of my newsletter similar to my website.
Yeah, that'll be in there as well. And when I send you the login credentials for the website, in that you'll also have all your MailChimp login information too. And then you'll log into that, it'll walk you through it, and then you'll be able to find your template in there as well.
Okay, good.
Okay.
So Ahmed, going forward, if I have any questions, can I contact you?
Yeah, and you also have the recording to refer back to if you ever need to. And yeah, we're definitely here to help out with some stuff along the way. I'm sorry, what was that? You cut out a little bit.
And you will send all of this information in one email to me.
Yep, one email will have all of your login information for your website and MailChimp, as well as a link to this video.
Okay,
and,
great.
I'll actually stop
great.
the video recording as well, so it's not 3 hours long.